Thank you very much. I feel quite exhausted by listening to that. And I'm really excited that you're here tonight. And I'm going to take you on a journey for the next hour. And I really hope that you'll leave this room feeling a real sense of enthusiasm, motivation, and real passion for life. And I'm sure you've got that already. But I imagine that you walked into this room and you thought, where do I sit? Some people thought right to the back. Some people thought right in the middle. And some people thought right up in the front. And you've either done it consciously, you really thought about it, or you did it subconsciously, you just did it without thinking. How many people really thought about it? Just show of hands. How many people just did it without thinking? Could I ask you, please, to go and sit somewhere completely different? Please. And I'm sorry about asking you to move, because I can see some people thinking, I'm really happy where I am and I didn't really want to. But would you agree that if you have moved, it might look different? You might get a different vision, a different perspective. You might notice that it sounds different. It's either quieter, it's louder. You might notice there's a different acoustic in the room, but it's definitely different. It might feel different. It might feel more comfortable, less comfortable, warmer, cooler. Who feels it's more comfortable where you're sitting now? And less comfortable? I'm really sorry about that, but it's definitely different, because every single one of us in this room has a comfort zone, and we can either feel incredibly comfortable at what we do or incredibly uncomfortable. In fact, if I could just ask you to cross your arms, please. And I'm doing a bit of work at the moment with the Olympics, and we know that to be world class, you need to do something 10,000 times. And you've probably crossed your arms 10,000 times. You've probably put about 10,000 hours into crossing your arms, and you've probably done it over about 10 years. So you are Could you cross them the other way, please? And some people even had to look down and be able to check how to do that. Because if you think about it, we all do things that make us feel incredibly comfortable or uncomfortable. But now you've moved and you've sat in a different place. If I said to you that underneath one of your chairs was potentially a yellow dot, a little bit like this one, and if you had that yellow dot underneath your chair, I'd ask you to come up here and either sing, dance, or talk about yourself for a couple of minutes. Could I ask you, not necessarily in that order altogether, but could I ask you to check underneath your chair if you have that yellow dot, please? Have a quick look. Just underneath your chair. And if you just did that and you found there wasn't a yellow dot underneath your chair, how many people feel a massive sense of relief? Yeah, exactly. How many people are quite disappointed? You'd have probably quite liked to have come up here. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you sing or dance in a minute. But would you agree we've all got these comfort zones? And when we were learning to walk and we were small children, we probably fell over, we got up again. We fell over, we got up again. But we probably never thought, look, if I get this wrong, I'll be crawling for the rest of my life. We just knew intuitively and instinctively it would happen. Would you agree? So what happens as adults is I think that we often get out of our comfort zones. We feel a little bit stretched. But beyond that, we get into this next zone. Any ideas of this next red zone? Have a guess. The panic zone. If you spend any time in this panic zone, this is often where people's comfort zones shrink and we lose that confidence. Any ideas in this country what we spend on mental illness and depression every year? Have a guess. Billions? Have a guess. What do you think it costs our economy? £77 billion is what it costs our economy.